Hey my beauties, welcome back to my channel. I have a special guest here. I have Jose.
Hi guys.
I don't know how to pronounce his Instagram name. So
I
was like asking him and he's like, I don't even know how to pronounce it either.
A lot of people pronounce it different, so I'll probably say it this way. It's LaViedUnPrince, which is the life of a prince. Maybe I should put that on my Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, it's hard for them to pronounce it, even for myself.
I'll have his Instagram down below along with all his other social media, and then go bug him to start his YouTube channel because he hasn't started it yet, but
I'll start it soon.
Yeah. But what we're gonna do is just do a simple get ready with me, a chit chat with you guys, that way you guys can get to know him, and then everything else that we're gonna be using. So I really hope that you guys enjoy the video, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So where do you start with your
I normally use like a oil, so
Okay.
I'm gonna use this oil by
It's been a while, I
Anastasia.
haven't used that.
You don't use oil?
I do,
You
but
know, like sometimes, like if I use a different oil, like it tends to make my face look like very oily, or
Really?
like the foundation will like grab into my skin.
I only used it a couple times, and I was like,
Well, I use like different ones. This one or Drunk Elephant. I love Drunk
yeah.
Elephant. It's so good.
I use right now for solid ones. These,
I love those too.
yeah.
I have the purple one. I have that one.
I've never used the black one. Have you used that one?
No, the black one.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know if it's here. They sent me a black one, and I was like, whoa.
I
I've
like
never
this
used
one. And the Drunk Elephant one. I think
Yeah.
their skincare is so good.
It is.
I like it a lot. I've been using it for like 3 weeks already, and I can see a difference on my skin.
Yeah, your skin is nice.
Just gonna use so like pretty.
I do the
put
whole
it on my
Instagram
finger.
thing. I used to do that, and then I always used to look at the Instagram videos, and I'm like, why do they just let it drip on their face? I mean, actually, like, it's a little bit more hygienic, I would say, because
You know,
you're
I
not
do that
touching
for my videos on Instagram,
it. You're like, but in real life.
but in real life, I grab it with my fingers. I feel like I have more control of it, because sometimes it just like stays on that one specific area that you're like dripped it on.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty foundation. This is the color Toasted Coconut. I did change it because I was like, the other one's a little too dark for me right now.
I haven't tried that foundation, but I heard it's just similar to this one, right?
It actually is, yeah. But I feel like it's just a little bit more of a full coverage.
Full coverage.
Yeah.
I'm using the Maybelline, the Super Stay Foundation.
Funny story, this is how we met.
Yeah.
Because of Maybelline.
At this event, yeah.
Yeah. It was so funny because I was at the bar. I was waiting for my drink, and then
I saw her from far away, and I mean, we both do this, but I had been like I had been following her for like quite some time. So I saw her, and actually on every single event that I would go to, like
Yeah.
I will never I had never seen her, you know? So when I saw her there, and I'm like, okay, that's her, but I'm like, no, that's not her. And I'm like, yeah, that's her.
do I look different in person?
Yeah, I mean, I think you look a little different, but like in a good way.
Aww.
Like sometimes like the camera doesn't really like fully capture like in real
Yeah.
life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So yeah, so when we met, I was at the bar, and I think I just turned around, right? Or did you call me?
I went up to you.
Yeah. So the weird thing is that I'm so used to going to events, and yes, I meet people and things like that, but I didn't think he knew me. I had no idea. So then when he hugged me, like we kind of hugged like normal, but then like he hugged me even harder, and then that's when I was
oh my
like,
God, like I was so excited to see her. Like for me, like when I see someone that like I kind of like admire and like been following them for quite some time, and it's like a pleasure to really like for me like genuinely see you, like
yeah.
or like even like for anything like a handshake, I feel like it has to be nice and firm. Like if I get like a like whatever handshake, to me that feels like okay, like hi, you know?
Yeah. And for me, like, I just like was a little like thrown back because I was like,
oh, who's this?
I was like, wait, who is this? Like, have I met you before or something? Like, I just was like so confused at that point. And then that's when he told me that, you know, he has been watching me and things like that. And I was just like, oh. And then
you were close friends with Jay.
Yeah, with Jay.
So,
if you guys remember, I'm with Jay. So when he told me that,
I love him. He's so nice.
Yeah, he's like sweetheart. So yeah, then from there we just like started talking, and yeah.
I forgot Mike's shape too. You use that one too. Yeah, but I love this one, the Fit Me one, the concealer.
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
That one, the last time I used it was like burning on my eye for some reason. I feel like they changed the formula, no?
Oh, I'm not too sure. You see how like my face looked a little tan, but I'm just gonna fix it with this.
Yeah.
It's hard for me, even though like I have those foundations, to like really find which one is my shade.
I feel like they don't make enough olive undertone.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if it had an olive undertone, it would be alright. You know what I mean?
I feel like for me, the one that like I get it off the bat right away would be CoverGirl. CoverGirl or LA Girl foundation.
Oh yeah, LA Girl.
I love the LA Girl foundations. They're really good.
I haven't really tried CoverGirl foundations. I actually just bought one right now. The Healthy Elixir.
Oh, that one's really good.
Really?
And it smells really good too.
Okay, I'm excited to use it now. So how did you get started on Instagram? Because I know like you were just mentioning
Okay,
that.
so on Instagram, I started last year. It's actually gonna be a year since I started doing like my Instagram thing. Last year, like around endings of this month. So I was at the gym, and I told he wasn't my husband then, but I was like, oh, like I am so mad at myself. Like I've been wanting to do this, and I've been like talking about it. Like I'm gonna do it. But I've always like held back to like, like actually me doing it.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think Nikita was at it, some event, and I'm like, oh my god, like I have to do this. Like she came from like a completely different place. She's not from here, from LA, and she came out here for a better opportunity.
Yeah.
And she's doing it. I'm like, okay, like there's nothing for me to lose. Besides
you already
people,
live here. Yeah.
Besides people like maybe like judging me for like wearing makeup, but I'm like, okay, like you can never please anyone. I'm like, I'm just gonna give it a try,
Yeah.
Out of that time, it actually went pretty good. I never expected that to like get
To start
good
growing or
feedback from like people.
Yeah.
But that's how I started. I was at the gym and I didn't even finish my workout.
You were at the
I was
gym.
like, I was at the gym. I was on the mat, like laying on it. And when you're at the gym, you kind of like still glance at your phone and you're going through like stories.
Yeah.
Well, I looked at her story and I was just like very upset at myself for not doing anything about me wanting it, but not doing anything about it,
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it, and that's how I stopped going to the gym. Because I put so much like focus on it that I'm like, okay, let me just take my time on this, put more effort into what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set my face a little bit.
You said it first before you put powder?
I said it because I wanted to really get into the skin. To not get too textured.
Tell me more of your tips.
Because I feel like for a guy, the skin is different than a girl.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
So I have to like somewhat work with my skin and the makeup to like
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do you find it harder or? Yeah. Yeah.
Like girls, they have really soft skin. Guys have more of a textured skin.
Like more of a tough skin?
Yeah, so you have to like work with it. Well, at least I have to work with it. What setting spray are you setting powder are you using?
The Too Faced one.
Oh.
The just peachy?
I'm using
Peachy Perfect.
Cover FX one.
Is it good?
I like it. It's good. It does the job.
Have you tried the Laura Mercier or?
Yeah, I love that
like
one.
It?
Yeah, it's really good.
I don't know why, but I just really love this one from Too Faced. It keeps me pretty much matte the whole entire time. I mean, that's what it's meant for, But at the same time, it does a good job of setting it. Wait, so how did because I know, like, you're Mexican now, but how did your mom and, like, your family react when they knew that you liked makeup?
Okay, so last year, when I started doing it, like, you'll see a picture on my Instagram that it's, like, on a marble thing.
Uh-huh.
And it was, like, a few products, honestly. And we were talking about this, actually, on Sunday. Because she
with
was
your
like,
family or
with my mom, yeah, on our way to my aunt's house. We were talking about it because she was like, I think I received a package the other day, And she was like, can you tell him to like stop like sending you stuff? I was like, no, Mom, what do you mean? No, like,
really?
yeah, she was like, oh, it's because things are just everywhere already. Like, I'm like, Mom, look at this picture. Remember this picture? You were like, what are you doing?
Wait, so your mom was like accepting since the beginning?
Actually, on everything, yes. And then when I started doing makeup, she did cry.
Oh, she
I
cried.
I cannot forget that day. She was crying. She was like, what are you doing? She was like, are you gonna transition? I'm like, Mom, really?
She just went from like
She
zero
just went
to
from
100.
like 0 to 100 real quick. I was like, Mom, you've always been like that. So like,
But that's how Mexican moms are.
you know, like thinking of like, oh, like right away off the bat, like, you know?
Yeah. Because when I told my mom at 18 that like I'm getting married, she's like, and you're gonna have kids already too? I'm like, I'm just getting married, Mom.
Oh, you got married when you were 18?
Yeah.
You were kind of young. But I feel like when you know you're ready, like you're ready. It doesn't like really matter on the age, to be honest.
Yeah. My mom was just sad because she didn't want me to walk her same steps. But I did. And I always told myself I would never either. I'm like, who gets married at 18? And look at me.
My parents got married my mom was at 17, I think.
Oh, dang. And how was your dad accepting of you wearing makeup?
My dad, you know, like I hid it. I was so good at like hiding it.
Really?
Yeah. I would close my room and I was like, okay, makeup time.
I feel like his dads are always like
because
that
my
too.
dad was like, I know he was gonna like throw a tantrum, you know. So I was like, little by little, like I'll just like
show him here.
Show him what I'm doing. And you know, Real Techniques actually sent me some cookies the other day with some brushes, and it had my picture in it with makeup. And I left them in the kitchen.
So he could like see them.
He was like, "Yo sabía."
I feel like parents are like that though.
I was like, "Okay, Dad, I just didn't want to like tell you right away, you know, like."
Yeah.
I have been contouring with blush lately.
Blush?
You're like blush? Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like it just like gives me like a nice soft look.
What?
I know, it's so weird, huh?
And which one do you use from there?
So I like the peach ones. I'm using the Anastasia one, this one, and I tend to use like this shade right here on the top
To contour.
to contour. I mean, I do mix the bronzer.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just feel like
I really don't like. I don't use a specific product just for contouring. Like I use a bronzer and I kind of use it in a way that it's kind of like slash contouring and then bronzing. You know, that's interesting that you use a blush.
Well, I recently started using it.
But you apply it higher up, right?
Up, yeah, and then like kind of like work my way in here.
Oh yeah.
To give me that rosy, like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like that palette a lot, and that's actually the color I always go for too.
I feel like it's a perfect color.
Yeah. Why haven't you started your YouTube?
So I haven't started my YouTube because I don't know exactly what things to use. You know, I do have my 2 soft boxes on the side.
But I mean,
and I
you
do have
your
my
Instagram good.
which is the same thing, right? They were telling me it's the same thing. I'm like, okay.
You don't have to upgrade or anything. Like it's exactly the same.
For me, sometimes the powder like tends to like dry my face a little.
Yeah.
So
that's why at the end I like bathe in Fix Plus.
So I've been doing this too for quite some time. I'll show you right now once I finish applying this.
With the Fix Plus or?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know how we added the powder?
Uh-huh.
Well, I like applying it again and then like grabbing the beauty blender and then just like resetting it.
Really?
It's like I do yeah.
Sometimes like I only do that when I fuck up or something.
I feel like the makeup looks so weird when you don't have eyebrows.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at myself and I'm like, oh my god, you look like what's going on, you know? Like it's not pulling up. It's like
you're like, this doesn't look right.
This makeup is not doing the justice.
But you do your brows first, right?
Yeah, but I'm doing them right now, so.
That's why you feel weird right now. Because he was like, oh, should we do our brows off camera? And I'm like, well, I'm kind of fast at it. I don't know about you. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to do them.
I'll just do them with you.
I don't really like do a different shape or anything. Like I just literally just fill them in.
I literally just warmed my face with the blush. This is what I mean by like I do it. But you can see it on camera much. Do you see?
Yeah.
Can you or can you not?
No. Even in person, it looks really nice.
And then...
That's interesting. I would probably go overboard with it.
Well, this is what I normally do when like I go to the events, you know? Like, just very... You know, I used to do my like eyeshadow and like do cut crease or like do this crazy eye.
Yeah.
But then you go in, everyone is just very like...
Very light.
Light, settled,
yeah.
like just into like...
You're like, oh,
to
okay,
bring it
so I overdid it.
To bring in your natural, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I guess.
I do that now because of the fact that like sometimes you want to try out the products, you don't know what they're going to be launching. You know, because sometimes they don't even tell you. And sometimes they do, and you're like, okay, let me just...
Oh, you know what? That's so true, because I used to go to events, and I remember they launched, like, a highlighter, and I already had a highlighter, and I added an extra highlighter, and it was just, like...
So that's why I feel like a lot of people now go to the events with light makeup.
In, like, a clear canvas, right?
Yeah, because that's what I do. I do, like, a neutral and more subtle now because of the fact that I want to try out the product or something.
So for me, like, I feel like it just like looks so dry right now. So I'm gonna spray with this Fix Plus one. And I go with the same brush that I grabbed the powder. Just have to like really push it into the skin. So I am using this Benefit Precisely Brow Pencil. I always use this one.
I always used to use that, and now I changed.
What do you use, the pomade?
Yeah, I use the one from Reina Rebelde.
I use that.
And I love it.
I feel like eyebrows are everything. They're like the whole thing to the face.
I'm just glad I actually have something when we take off our makeup, you know? You have really nice,
really
thick brows, yeah.
So I'm going back with the same concealer that I used for my under eye. And I can't not use any other brush but this one.
What is that?
This is the Baramona.
Oh, uh-huh.
I don't know, I just got used to this brush right here to do my brows.
Like the concealer?
Like just overall to use it.
Oh. He has a dog named Coco.
Yeah. Her name is Coco.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a Yorkie.
Is it a he or she?
It's a she. You know, I used to be so effy about dogs, to be honest.
Really? Why?
But I feel like once you own one, it's like...
It changes.
Completely everything. Like,
he was so
different. Terrified
of dogs.
Yeah?
So terrified. And look at him now.
I love, like, my dog. I feel like I'll die if anything happens to her.
Okay, well...
Oh, en México son diferentes.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Ahí era como una batalla, como si fuera una guerra para poder cruzar la calle. Una vez me mordió un perro, por eso tenía miedo antes.
You know, me too, but here, I was walking down the street from dropping off my little sister-in-law, and I saw the damn little dog just right there, you know, like, so nice, you know, so I passed, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna bite me, it's gonna bite me. It didn't bite me. No. But as soon as I walked past the dog, like a few steps, I felt a painful thing on the back of my leg.
Oh my god!
It was a little dog. It was like hanging off my pants.
What the
And
fuck?
then I was like, oh my god. It was like 7 something in the morning, because you know the kids go at 8.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, what my leg. What a way to start the morning. Like, you know, and then the lady, she was like, oh, like, es que está frustrada. Está frustrada. I was like, whose fault is that? I was like, that's not my fault. Like, what's wrong with it? Like, it's just like...
The lady...
And she should have had, like, attacked me, like, frontally, you know? But she didn't. She waited for me to give my back to her.
She was like, you bitch.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to kick that little dog so bad. Okay, and the worst part is that I was like, okay, whatever, you know? I started walking back to the house,
Like,
and then I literally called my mom. I was like, Mom, you're not gonna believe what happened to me. She
me
was
mordió un perro.
Yeah, I was like, me mordió un perro. She's like, ¿cómo chingados que te mordió un perro? I was like, She was like, me mordió un perro.
Oh my god.
She was like, ve a la casa de la señora, pregúntale si tiene todas las vacunas. I was like,
Que si te da rabia,
and then I was like, oh my god, Mom, you're right. Maybe I have rabies now.
Oh
And
my
I'm the
God.
kind of person who like overthinks things way too much.
I used to have a little chihuahua. Oh my God. He
Oh
was a
my
bitch.
God.
Like, don't get near him.
Pero nomás ladra y no muerde.
No, mine actually would try to jump at you. I, right now, recently been so obsessed with this palette. Ever since I first used it, I haven't stopped using it.
Do you set your eyes with
No.
setting powder?
I never do that.
Oh
Why,
my
do
God,
you?
and I have to. Otherwise, like, it creases my makeup.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really got used to like setting my eyelid. I
Well,
just put
I'm
the
grabbing
primer
a little bit with
and then
the
I go in.
brush. Like, I added the primer. I
Uh-huh.
mean, not primer. What primer did
Well,
you
I
use?
just used the concealer.
Well, I used the concealer too, but I have to like somewhat set it. Otherwise, like it moves. Well, like to me, like it'll move, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm using this palette, the Tortise Pros. I always find myself using this one all
Really?
the time, yeah, because it has like the perfect
yeah.
neutrals. I'm just like adding this on the crease of brown. Am I taking forever doing my makeup? Oh my God, sometimes it takes me 3 hours to do my makeup.
3 hours? Hell no. I cannot do 3
When
hours.
you film, when you record, like how long does it take you?
An hour now? Like an hour and a half at the most.
Oh, I know. Okay, let me just step my game up then.
What was your first event?
It was a trip with benefit.
Oh, really?
For the Lake Tahoe thing, for the competition, for the brow thing.
Oh my God. That's why you look familiar. Oh, I didn't know
You're
you
like,
went
"Oh,
to
I
that.
saw you there."
Yeah, I saw you in
Yeah.
the pictures.
Yeah, right there. That was my first, I guess you can say big event.
Cause I swear, like, when I met you, I was like, I feel like I've seen him. I'm like, but where? And remember, I asked you, I'm like, have we met at another event? And you were like, no. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, where have I seen him? I know I've seen him. So whose team were you on?
I was on Amanda.
Oh, okay.
But I had been dying to meet you because I know I like probably if you asked Jay, I was like, oh my God, how is she? Like, is she really nice? Da-da-da.
Really?
Like, I'm pretty sure
Jane has never talked to me about you, so I was
And
like,
it's
wait,
she's
what? I was like,
probably
you know
pretty
him?
nice. Yeah, this is what I always do when I go to like events. Because I feel like it's so fast, you know? You're just like, dude, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, since I first uploaded my first YouTube video, it's been 5 years, but like officially doing it, it's been like maybe 3 years. Because I quit my job, I remember, right before my wedding. It was like a month before my wedding, and I never looked back. I was like, I'm gonna give it my all.
You know, I want to do that too. Like, I want to leave my job to give like most of my focus to just this.
Where do you work?
I work for Home Depot.
Really? My
Yeah.
brother used to work there.
You're like, oh my God, completely opposite. Like, literally,
Yeah.
like lumber and all this stuff to like beauty. You know, there's times when like I get off work and I go home, shower, do this, and like get ready when there's events. It's hard, like working
Oh
and keeping
yeah,
this
it
up.
is hard. I remember like I would get out of work for UPS, and
But you have to like do it, huh?
Yeah.
Because it's like you can. Do you do eyeliner?
yeah,
I tend not to do eyeliner much.
no,
No.
I don't know. Like eyeliner for me is more like a staple thing.
For me, I will say more of like eyelash. It has to be like an eyelash. That
And especially my wing liner, because that's what I would always do for my high school makeup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's everyone right in high school, just like the eyeliner and the
Yeah.
mascara.
And thank God, because like,
But if you think about it, like nowadays, it's like
oh hell no,
the
everybody
little
goes,
girls is like
with a beat face,
full
everything.
glam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I don't know why I would always think like, okay, I can't always be extra because when I actually go to a party, I want to impress people. So that was like my way of thinking of always doing things, and that's why I would always just do the wing liner and mascara. I wouldn't put lashes. I didn't start wearing lashes then until I started doing the whole YouTube thing, because I would always be
the
like,
lashes.
yeah, the lashes came after.
You know, it was so hard for
and
me.
now I'm
Like
obsessed.
my very first pair of lashes were from the brand Kiss.
Oh, uh-huh.
On the style
Mom,
Flirt.
L'Oreal.
I think they were Flirt.
Uh-huh.
Or like Flirt or Flirty. I think it's like Flirt. I thought they were like so heavy and like
Yes.
super like bulky. And now it's like Okay, like those
That's
were not even
nothing.
lashes.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a little bit.
I don't know why, but lashes to me came so natural. Like I just knew how to put them on. Like from the first time. Like it was just weird.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I just knew the idea of like having it super close to your lash line and then that's it, right? And I don't even know why, but I didn't wait for the glue to get tacky. So I just like put the glue on, right away go in. Because I didn't know, you know? And I just kind of like struggled a little bit the first time. But because of the fact that the glue was not tacky or anything like at all, like it wasn't sticking.
Mm-hmm.
So I just waited for it to be like, to like really grab onto my lash line. And once it did, I just let it go. And then it wasn't until I saw a YouTube video, they're like, you're supposed to wait. I was like, oh shit, no wonder. I always do the same eye look, so I'm like, let me add purple this time.
That's a really good palette. They're really pigmented.
Yeah, they are. I really want her to come out with more eyeshadows, different color eyeshadows.
Yeah, same.
On the camera, like sometimes this was my struggle in the beginning when I was doing YouTube videos. On camera, like it looks less.
Oh, but once you like...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me go light on this then. Okay, I'm gonna put my fake lashes already.
What was I gonna say? Since you started your your Instagram. Oh, sorry. What would you do different?
What would I do different? That's a good question. I don't think I would do anything different. Maybe I feel like I would just like talk to myself and like be more like less strict with myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at the beginning you're very like...
You're like, no, everything needs to be perfect.
Yeah, and it really doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
I feel like you'll learn like eventually, like little by little. I feel like doing makeup, it's like... It's practice. Like,
yeah.
It really doesn't have to be perfect the first time that you apply the makeup on. It doesn't. And it's not like that. A lot of people think it's like that. I don't. Maybe that. Because I was a little like, oh my god, the setup needs to be good. Or like this, you know?
Yeah.
But if I go back to my pictures.
It's nice to look back at them, right?
Yeah. I look back then and you see like improvement, you know?
Even with my husband, like we look back because he's always from the get-go like has filmed me, so even for him to see how much he's improved at videography and all that.
Yeah, exactly because I do have my husband help me on the back always, you know. And you cannot just do this by yourself. Like I feel like it's hard because sometimes like you have to make sure the microphone right and like everything is just like
on point. And that it's actually like recording.
Right? Imagine you do your whole makeup and then you're like, oh, it was not recording.
Oh. Voiceover it is, I guess.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes. But there was one video where it was like, okay, I absolutely cannot work with this shit. Like, I forgot to, like, at the end, like, pose. So it's like you can't even turn it into a voiceover. I
remember that day when I met you and I went to the house. I went home and I'm like, oh my god, like she's literally like herself, like on YouTube.
Aww.
I mean, you are, and you know, because I've met people that...
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, have you met people so far that have disappointed you?
Yes. It's different, like, you know.
That
like,
really, like, breaks my heart.
But for her, it's like... It was the same, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying this because I'm sitting here, but I told my mom and she was like, yeah, well, that doesn't supposed to change. You know, my mom, she's very like... Yeah. She always reminds me of, like... Oh my god. Like, Jose, like... Acuérdate donde vienes, like... Yeah. And
I feel like that's
you have
what
to be
helps,
very, like,
you know?
easy on people, like...
Yeah. My mom's like, you ain't shit.
My mom too. But it's like, I know, mom. No me gusta sentirme, like, superior a otra gente. Yeah. You get me? Yeah. And I thank my mom for that. She always reminds me of it. Like, you know, I was born in Mexico. And when I was driving out here and, like, looking at everything, like, the lands and, like, the crops and, like, all this stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. And then it's like, that's me. Like, that was me. Like, yeah. Those guys out there that they were like, that was me helping my dad. Yeah. So it's nothing different. I always have it on the back of my head. I love this mascara. Which mascara are you using?
The Elsie.
I'm using the
Pure?
Pure. I love this one.
I've never tried that one.
Well, like to start off with, and then I add the lashes, and then I add another different mascara.
Once I add the lashes, I pretty much don't do anything to them like, after that.
I think I'm gonna add this lashes right here. The House of Lashes.
Oh, I love. Are those iconic?
Are iconics.
Yeah.
Are those your favorites too?
Yeah, they used to be. Like, if my OG family remembers, those were the only eyelashes that I would wear.
I love these for like an everyday thing.
It came to the point that sometimes, like, for my, like, back, like, in my old days, people would be like, do you have any other lashes? Because that's how much I would wear them. I'm kind of the same right now. Because, I'm so obsessed with New Balance ones.
Oh, I love those. The blue ones. I can't remember the name of those, but they come in a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were so pretty.
And right now I'm wearing the original Bellas. They're a little more bigger and dramatic. I love those. I get stopped everywhere when I'm wearing them. Like, they're always like, what lashes are those? Like,
You know, yeah, that's so true because they did ask me for those when I was wearing the other ones. And then there's some from the brand Doll Lashes.
doll lashes? I've never
Doll
tried those.
Beauty. They're from the UK. Oh, they're so pretty. Like, they will always like ask me like, oh my god, where are those from? Like, where are those from? I'm like, they're Doll Lashes. Doll Beauty. They're pretty good. And this is my favorite glue.
The House of Lashes?
House of
yes.
Lashes.
Yeah, they really stick onto your lashes.
You can go swimming with this glue too.
I have.
It won't come off.
It doesn't come off.
I was a big fan of the duo. You know, like
Oh,
your
hell
typical
no.
like.
That's nothing.
But it's like no, like you could be like doing something and like you can
Oh, it
see
just
the
fell off.
piece of the eyelashes
Yeah.
like sticking out.
But it's funny because that you were talking about, like, that you met people. That was me when I first started going to events. I was like always heartbroken because people would be assholes.
They just sometimes say things that they shouldn't say. I feel like lashes always bring everything out. Like,
Oh, that's so pretty on you. You make me want to wear them again.
I love these. These are my favorite for like natural.
They now comparing them to what I wear now, it's like they're tinier.
You're like
Yeah.
they're tiny. Yeah.
It was funny because I did that video of the magnetic lashes and everybody's like, the way that you're struggling with those is the way that I struggle with real lashes. And I was like, oh my god.
I do my lips with this Gerard lip pencil.
So I'm gonna try out for the first time, guys, the Molly Stardust. This is like super pigmented. I'm kind of like scared.
Okay, my lips look a little dry.
Oh.
It's really pigmented.
Yeah. I have to kind of be careful with it, I think.
You know, I got my lips done because it was so hard to get my like the lipstick on.
You have your lips
Yeah.
done?
But
They
it
look
went
so
away so
natural.
quick.
No, yeah, they do go away.
Yeah.
Mine went like 80% of it, right? I haven't
Mine
had
went
them
like
done.
90%.
I haven't had them done in like more than a year. What are you adding?
A cream highlighter.
Oh, the Gerard?
And then so I can add a highlight on top of it. Because to me, if I just add the highlight like that itself, I feel like it looks ashy. Oh yeah, you do drench in it.
I shower in this.
You shower in it.
And then I just like let it dry and it'll like all like...
Pull together.
Yeah. Because at first everything looks like too harsh, even the highlighter, and then like the line, you know, like I don't
Yeah.
know, it's just weird.
It
I feel
always,
like sometimes every time I use like the liquid highlighter, it kind of helps because it kind of like separates that.
It blends in.
Yeah.
Brought the Artist Couture one.
I have a love and hate relationship with that, because like since it's loose, sometimes it just goes everywhere.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That gloss does look really pretty on you.
I like that color.
Yeah.
It's this one right here.
Strictly Vinyl. I've never even seen these from NYX. There's a lot of products that I'm missing out on NYX that I'm like, what the fuck, why didn't I know about them? I don't know why. I've noticed that now that I do my makeup next to Jay and now you, I noticed that you guys are like more like perfectionists.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel like us girls were like, fuck it. But you guys are like, you guys go back to everything and...
We take forever. I do take forever.
Imagine if you had to do your hair.
Oh my god. That's another 2 hours.
I hate doing my hair. I just hate it so much. I just, You know, sometimes I do wish I can just like chop it so short, like into a little bob, and then just straighten it and always have it like that, just ready to go. If I ever become a mom, that's exactly how my hair is gonna be. Alright guys, so we are done. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me and getting to know Jose, this prince.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
If you guys want to go check out his videos, his Instagram, he does a lot of cool makeup looks on his Instagram, so I suggest.
Go crazy on the highlighter.
Yeah. I suggest go follow him. Like I said, I'm going to have it linked down below and written right here that you guys can go check it out. With that being said, if you guys are still new to my channel and still haven't subscribed, don't forget to join the Birdie family by subscribing, and also don't forget to hit that rainbow notification. That way every time I upload new videos, you guys can all be notified. But with that, my loves, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
You know, if I have an accent, it like sounds ugly, but when you like other people from other places have like accents, it's like, oh, so hot. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes I'm looking at myself and I'm like,
You're just like,
tell yourself like, I control the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow does not control me.
it's like, no bitch, I own you.
Yeah, like I own you. I paid for you. And I have really small ears.
Oh my god! They are compared to mine. I'm like,
Oh, there's
like
not
an
much of a
elephant right
difference,
here.
but